Hello, my divine kings and queens. I am back to do another video. In today's message, we are going to be talking about God's favor over your life. You know that when God favors you, that there's no man, woman, enemy, hater, naysayer, adversary, opponent. No one can go up against what it is that God is going to do for your life. No one can go up against that. No one can stop that because he favors you. It's the favor that's over you, which placed you in the position that you're in today. The favor that's over your life that got you out of the snares and the entrapment of the enemy. The God's favor over your life that allowed you to overcome every obstacle, every pit hole, every mountain, every attack, every evil assignment. It was God's favor over your life. The favor that he has over you, the protection that you walk in, the protection that's all around you. Do you understand what I'm saying? For a lot of you, like I always say, for a lot of you, and I know that I'm gonna trigger a lot of people today with this, but it must be said, because when I tell you there is so much that I've had to overcome, so much, even stepping into the new year. And I just kept saying, you know what? I'm not going to stop doing what I'm called to do. I'm not going to stop inspiring and motivating people, because I know that there's a lot of people some of us are going through the same situations and we don't even know it. Because for some of us, when we're knee deep up in that, when we're knee deep in whatever struggles and situations and circumstance that we are faced with, we think to ourselves, wow, I must be the only one going through this. I must be the only one dumb enough to have done this or believe this or allowed myself to get here, or allowed myself to be placed in this type of position or this type of situation. I must be the only one. We think that we're going through these things alone. And it's when someone else speak their story and tell their testimony, it's like, hold on, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not the only one who is going through this. Whenever you're chosen, whenever God chooses you or appoints you in a certain position, and he pretty much placed you on a certain path that he wants you to stay the course and continue to move forward in good faith and believe in him, right? Because he has a certain purpose for your life. He wants you to step into that purpose and understand and see the bigger picture from his side and from his point of view of what it is that he wants you to do and how it's going to lead you to the next level of your life, and how in the end you get what it is that you've prayed for and that you've wanted. People didn't want you to fulfill your destiny. A lot of people didn't want you to see how powerful you were. A lot of people didn't want you to see your self-worth. Just like God can use you to be placed on a specific path and have a specific purpose for you, the devil can call his people as well. Demons in your family, demons in some of these friend groups, demons on all ends, on all levels you was dealing with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the enemy did not want you to reach that finish line where you would be able to unlock your full potential and step into everything that God has for you. But a lot of people are realizing that because of God's favor over your life, you were still alive. You were still in your right mind. You were still doing well. You're doing everything that it is that the enemy did not want you to do because of what? God's favor over your life. See, these evil people, like I say, I always tell you, let people do whatever they big and bad enough to do. Because when push come to shove, God gonna do what he need to do for you too. And see, when a lot of people thought you was standing alone, they thought you was an easy target. They thought that a lot of things and underhanded things that they were doing to you behind your back would not present itself to you. Like you weren't going to be made aware of these things that were being done behind your back. But again, when God reveals certain things to you, it's to protect you. These people served their purpose as well. And now it's time to forgive and heal and move past what it is that we've gone through. But we've gone through a great ordeal because of the purpose and the favor that's over our life. These people that you encounter, their sole purpose and mission was to delay you, was to stagnate you, was to keep you stuck, was to keep you in your head, feeling like you wasn't worthy, feeling like you wasn't worthy to have anything in your life, feeling like, if you don't get up and fight for your peace of mind, if you don't get up and fight for your happiness, right? Fight for your stability, that evil will overcome you. God knows this. He knows what it is that you're going to be faced with. He knows that you're going to be faced with people who's going to lie on you. He knows you're going to be faced with people who are not going to believe you. He knows you're going to be faced with people who's going to conspire against you to tarnish your reputation, to tarnish your character. People who are going to try to sabotage you, who's going to betray you. But because of the favor that is over your life, the protection that is over your life, you are still here today. There's going to be a time and a moment, a season, that all the lies that was ever told on you, every plot, every plan, every action that was taken against you is going to be revealed. And when it's revealed, God is going to ensure that whosoever and everyone who had a hand in trying to hurt you and keep you down and lie on you went on and sided with the enemy, grouped up to go up against you. But I always tell you, you got to look at it. You got to ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, why all these people want to go up against one person? That ain't even a fair fight. Because when they look at you and they see that favor, this is what I'm saying, when they see and they know what you're destined to accomplish, this is why I say they have to group up, because they feel it's not enough to take you out by them just handling it by themselves. So some of these people sided with the enemy, confided in the enemy, told your secrets, told your business, flipped the script and lied on you, lied on your name. And for a lot of you, you felt like justice wasn't served in your situation. You felt like you were on trial, trying to defend your character, trying to defend your name, trying to fight for your life, to get your life back to some kind of type of normalcy. But you felt like, again, you felt you were going through all this alone. You feel like you didn't have a helping hand. You feel like you didn't have no one that was on your side. No one believed you. And no one supported you. But God was always on your side. And like I said, there's going to come a time and a place where these truths are going to be revealed. Say what goes around, come back around. It takes time for certain things to happen. It takes time for certain things to manifest. Likewise, it's going to take time for certain things to be revealed. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the enemy is not so clever as they think they are. Because God been watching everything. And it was for the sole purpose of knocking you off your path, having you doubting yourself, having you feeling low about yourself. And the crazy thing about it is, most of these people who had so much to say about you, most of these people who were so envious and jealous about you, but sat up here and was dragging your name and throwing you under the bus, these people wanted your life. These people wanted whatever it is that they saw on you, the favor that was on you, the blessings that you were receiving, right? These people wanted that. Wanted the same blessings that you received. And they're not receiving them. Yeah. Because you don't mess with God's chosen ones. You don't mess with God's children. And I'm telling you, for a lot of you, God don't play about you. Some of you may not understand why you went through what you went through. And for some of you, you went through it constantly back to back. But you were innocent. You were blameless in a lot of situations. I'm telling you, it's because God wants you prepared for what's going to come next. New levels, new devils. For a lot of you, This was preparation for what God had planned for your life, and you didn't even understand. So by the time, like I said, it was time for you to step into this new season and in this new phase of your life, you were already ready. You already knew what you needed to do. You knew how to protect yourself. You knew who you needed to stay away from. You knew what signs to look. You knew what signs to look for when it came in terms of encountering certain people and coming across certain people. These people took you through the most, said the most, did the most. And for a lot of you, it hurt you and had you up in your head. No matter what these people said about you, it does not matter what these people don't want for you. It doesn't matter how hard they try to delay you or keep you back or keep you stuck or keep you stagnant. You are still stepping into it because of God's favor over your life. The battle wasn't yours. It was the Lord's the whole time. And I always say, when people think that they're going up against you, they don't even realize they're going up against God too. And when God starts, like I said, to look at everything that was done to you, so he knows what needs to happen and what needs to be sent back to who, I'm telling you, it's not going to look pretty for a lot of these people who said what they said. Because some of these words, like I said, be careful and be mindful of how you speak on a person. Be careful and be mindful of how you treat a person. Because you don't know this person's spiritual ranking. You don't know what this person is capable of. You don't know who they're working with. You don't know who's working on their behalf. You don't know who's walking with them. You don't know who's protecting them. Did these things because it was easy to do to someone of whom they felt didn't have no fight in them. All this envy and this jealousy that you encountered, there was no reason for it. They seen the blessings that was coming your way. They see how you carry yourself. They wanted that. Be like you, live like you. When a person sees that they can no longer have control over you, this is when they start attacking you. When they see that these attacks are no longer affecting your life, then this is when these people try to take it up a notch and destroy your character and your name. And this in exact order is how it happened. They couldn't control you because you got away. They didn't attack you because of the favor and the protection that was over your life. They tried to come for your character. They tried to come for your livelihood. And that's not going to work. And for a lot of you, you're being favored and you're being blessed the way that you're being blessed because of how you handle these situations. You didn't allow it to turn your heart black. You didn't allow it to turn your heart cold. For that, God protected you from a lot of these attacks. It could be the words that were spewing out of these people's mouths. He protected you from that gossip. He protected you from that ridicule. He protected you from that criticism. He protected you from that mockery. He protected you from those betrayals. He protected you. And that's why the certain outcomes that these people were looking for, when they turned back, they didn't see it. Manifest in your life. Who you are, who you truly are. Not who these people say you are, but who you truly are, who God called you to be. These people took great pride and fulfillment in seeing you struggle, seeing you lose, seeing you in lack, seeing you impoverished. It will break you if you truly knew who was laughing behind your back when you was going through so much in your life. And I feel these people were warned to back off. These people wouldn't stop. They were being used to lie on you, to go up against you, to team up against you. I mean, who would put that much time and that much effort exactly? Who? Who in their right mind? Who? When someone is balanced? Who? When someone is moving right? This is what I'm trying to tell you. These people are the complete opposite. When I tell you they put time and effort, they were very calculated in how they did things with no remorse or no regret. This is why God had to intercept and intervene on your behalf to heal you. You were going to receive your blessings. You were going to step into great prosperity and success in your life for all that hell that you had to endure. Everybody that you thought was somebody, everybody that you put up on a pedestal did have a hand in laughing at you, did have a hand in going up against you. And if they didn't laugh and if they didn't go up against you, they judged you behind your back because of the situations and the circumstances that you were in. They wanted to see you struggle. They didn't want to see you step into your full potential, reach your full potential. They didn't want you to have nothing in your life. A lot of you, when I tell you, when you let that envy and you let that jealousy overcome you and you let it take over your mind, You feed it into that darkness. For a lot of you didn't even understand this is where these people reside. They comfortable there. Disturbing the demons, the demonic presence that these people had around you. You rubbed them so bad. They either wanted to be you, had to put you down, had to lie on you. They were so intimidated of you. They did things on purpose to try to break you and hurt you. To keep you broken is to keep you stuck. And to keep you stuck is to keep you distracted from what God needed you to do. The enemy had a plan, but God had a plan too. You can't be touched. You ain't to be messed with, is what they realizing. You don't even realize how strong you are. But if you don't realize it by now, I'm going to need you to realize that very soon. Any normal person would have broke down, would have given up, would have gave in. You didn't. And it's sad when it's the people that's closest to you that's playing a certain role in your life. I mean, they played these roles so good. Hollywood Nemo people like them played that role to a T. Played like they was your friend. Played like they loved you like you was their family. You are their family, but see, let me tell you something. Family don't talk about other family members, baby. I don't care how you try to slice it and how you dice it. Family don't go up against family because of envy and jealousy. Family should even have envy and jealousy for another family member. You should be happy that a person winning in life because you realize the only person that you needed was God. And because of that favor and that protection that's over your life, that's how you was able to overcome a lot of this evil that was sent your way. Because I'm telling you, for a lot of you, they didn't stop when they saw that it wasn't working. They just turned it up a notch. And God said, I'm going to turn it up a notch too. What you meant for evil, or what these people meant for evil, God turned it around to work in your favor. The enemy will become obsessed with the people of whom they intended to be a target, the people of whom they intended to be easy prey. The enemy will become obsessed when these people, or when their plans forward don't go the way that they expected to, when these people don't break down, when these people, at the end of the day, don't give in and cave into the evil that's being sent their way. They become obsessed. But because they wanted to destroy you and take you out. But God said the devil is a lie because I got plans for this person. So every plan, every attack that you keep trying to send this person's way, it's going to be blocked. And if you don't stop, I'm telling you, these people thought they was bigger than God, bigger than death. You don't know what they was doing behind your back. Stand to see you in your glory. They couldn't stand to see you win all these victories and these trophies and these awards. They couldn't stand to see that the person who they put their mouth on was doing better than them. They couldn't stand to see you get ahead in life. They couldn't stand to see you be happy, to be in love, to be stable. Anything, the basics, the necessities that people need to live. They didn't want you to have that. It's because of the plans that God has for you, the favor, the anointing that's over your life. They took fulfillment in seeing you suffer, but was angry and bitter and upset and resentful when they saw you succeed. You got to brush that negativity off of you, baby, because you got to live. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't care who's talking about you, who went up against you. I don't care who's watching you. I don't care what they have done. Please leave it in the past and ask God for the strength every single day to get up every single day and push through this evil, push through and overcome these attacks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Overcome this evil that's being sent your way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ask him for the strength. I tell you all the time, when you look at things from a spiritual lens, and I'm always say it, and stop looking at things in the physical, it will become more clear to you. They didn't understand. God will allow certain things to happen to you to strengthen you. Do you understand me? God will allow certain things to happen to you to strengthen you, to make you wiser. You went through this and you were delayed, but you were never denied. That's what they didn't understand. You were going to step into it. It's just a matter of time and when it's going to happen, because you're not on your time. You're on God's time. For some of you, if they wouldn't have found fulfillment until they seen you out somewhere begging. They wanted to see that. They wanted you to come to them begging, asking them for a favor. Some of these people, if you would have came to them, they wouldn't have had the resources. to help you anyway. They wanted to see it. They wanted the satisfaction. You keep saying, well, why? I would never do this. I never moved like this. Because you're of the light and these people are of the dark. And if you don't understand that, you better get a clue real quick. God say no more toxic collisions, no more delays, no more blockages, no more setbacks. You understand me? It is time. You were delayed, but you was never denied. See, whatever these people thought, whatever the enemy thought, oh, I'm going to send these attacks their way. They ain't going to be able to handle this. I'm going to send it on every avenue. Career avenue, financial avenue, love avenue. I'm going to send it on every avenue. And they damned themselves when they did that. Do you understand me? Because for some of you, some of these people knew right from wrong. They knew that you were a child of God. They thought, what did I just say? They were bigger than God. But what I just said, they ain't bigger than death. They ain't bigger than death. I can promise you that. They ain't bigger than death. They ain't bigger. They ain't bigger than anything that it is that they sent your way. So now they gonna go through it. But they wanted you to be impoverished. They about to be impoverished. They ain't bigger than that. They wanted you to be homeless. These people about to be homeless. They ain't bigger than that. People didn't want you to be in love. These people didn't want you to have love in your life. They wanted you to keep going and encountering toxic people so they can keep sitting back and judging you. God told you need to pump your brakes on that. And let's work on you real quick. The person that I intended to be in your life, they will find you. I guarantee you that. What did I just say? It's a matter of time. But whatever these people wanted, they about to lose the very foundations that they worked so hard to build in their life. And everything that they wanted to come your way is about to come their way. And I guarantee you, the way that it's about to happen, they're going to know it's because of what they done to you. You don't do things like that to people. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, keep it shut. The truth ain't about to come out your mouth, don't say nothing at all. God got a funny way of having things catch up to you. All them evil tactics and manipulation and trickery, God will allow it to catch up to you. You don't get away with hurting God's anointed. I don't know who told you that. I don't know where you read that at. At some point in your life, it's gonna catch up to you, and it's gonna if it don't happen the way this is about to happen, like I said, that guilt gonna eat these people alive. I tell you, because these people knew who you were. They knew you wasn't deserving of that mess. It's revealing certain things to these people. That you were innocent, you were blameless. Oh my God. I don't know what y'all went through, but I'm telling you, baby, you ain't alone. They were warned. And God had to come in and help you pick up the broken pieces of your life, but that's okay. Because where he took you and where he's about to take you, not only are you going to see that the whole time God was working on your behalf, the whole time, even when you was struggling, even when you was going through the pain, even when you was going through the trials and the tribulations in your life, not only are you going to see it, all of these people that went up against you are going to see God's favor over your life. When people think that they're doing something, when things start wreaking havoc up in their life and all this chaos start happening up in their life, I'm trying to tell you something. They're going to realize and going to know that it's because of how they went up against you. Is that you think that you know? If you ain't sitting up there trying to pray and ask God for clarity, if you ain't sitting up there trying to pray and ask God for discernment, whatever happens to you is God trying to balance out everything. And I was led to this scripture, Psalms chapter 84, verse 11. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless. You chose to walk with God. Ain't nobody made you do that. Ain't nobody told you, oh, if you do this, you gonna do this. And if you do this and you follow God, then he gonna do this, and it comes with a promise. You wasn't even looking for the promises. You were just looking to get back on your feet in life. Went and you called and you found God. And if you knew about him before, you chose to dive deeper into that, to have a deeper understanding. Because when he started bringing things your way, you still were thanking him. You still were acknowledging him. You still were calling on his name. Delayed by these evil people who didn't want things to happen in your life. And let me tell you something. It's okay. Because God still made it happen anyway. People thought they were going up against you and they were going to stop everything that God had planned for you. They were going to sit up here. They wanted your life in complete chaos. You realize how evil people can be. And you just wanted to be on the right side with God. That's it. Because of that envy and because of that jealousy, they just couldn't see it being you for whatever the reason. But like I said, God said, I already knew it was you. And I picked you and I chose you. So it don't matter about what these people say. They whispered. They talked about you. They told their lies. A lot of you was lied on. But it didn't stop there. Whoever they was telling it to believed the lies. What did I just say? You had people siding and grouping up, partnering up with the enemy. And then believed in the lies. I'm trying to tell you, what y'all went through, man, that was no ordinary. This is why I say a lot of y'all got to speak up and tell y'all story, because that ain't nothing normal that y'all went through. I'm telling you. They whispered. For those who didn't have a hand, what I just said, for those who didn't have a hand in going up against you, they sure was judging behind the scenes. Hold on, did you hear about them saying that they lost everything? I heard they had to move on back home with their parents. I heard he ain't with them no more. I heard what you talking about, what you heard? When you should be trying to call and see if a person okay. Some of these people didn't start jumping on the bandwagon and laughing and mocking at you until you started talking more about God. Until you started saying, this is my faith, this is what I believe in. They had to try to figure and point this out and take this out. No, that ain't that ain't right there. They don't know what they saying right there. But then what ended up happening? God still ended up blessing you, but God favored you. God favors you. And I can't help but give you glory when I think about my story. And I know you favor me because my enemies did try but couldn't triumph over me. Yes, they did try but couldn't triumph over me. Love is patient, caring. Love is kind. Love is felt most when it's genuine. You received, it only came from God, came from Jesus. I'm telling you, it didn't come from these people. Manipulated in its strength, misuse. And I can't help but give you glory when I think about my story. And I know you favor me because my enemies did try but couldn't triumph over me. Yes, they did try but couldn't triumph over me. They whispered, conspired, they told their lies, but God favored me. My character, my integrity, my faith in God, He favors me. Will not fall, will not bend, won't compromise, 'cause God favors me. I speak life in prosperity, and I speak health. God favors me. That was then, this is now. God has cleared these people from your life. No more toxic collision, no more delays, no more evil, no more treachery. You leave these people where they at. They're going to realize soon enough. And as for you, everybody's about to see the favor, his favor, and protection that was over your life because of how he about to raise you up. But when you step into these things, be quiet about it. Because the enemy's still watching. And they're still plotting. That's never going to cease. Do you understand me? Because God got a purpose for you. The devil got a purpose for these people. And their purpose is to stop you. They couldn't stop you and they didn't take you out. So now they just sitting back, going back to the drawing board. But God said, don't you worry. Because I saw how your love was misused. I saw how you was abused. I saw how you was lied on. I saw how you was betrayed. I saw how people knew the truth and didn't say nothing. Sat up there and gave in to the foolery. Gave in to the treachery. For whatever it is, that these reasons or the reasons that these people did what they did, they wanted to save face. They didn't want to lose something. They didn't want to lose their ground and their footing, their foundation. It's about to be ripped from them anyway. Because it came at the cost of hurting you. A hurt that was undeniably painful. Imagine having to get up every day feeling like you're worthless. Getting up every day feeling like you're ugly. Getting up every day feeling like you don't deserve happiness or love in your life because of what you done been through. Getting up every day feeling like you don't even want to get up out of bed. What is the purpose? What is the point? But God told you fight because you ain't about to sit up here and let the enemy overtake your mind. We got too much to do. But that's where these people placed you. And they had no remorse. Didn't try to fix it when they could. Didn't try to give you no peace of mind. Didn't try to understand you. Didn't try to believe you. But God saw what you went through. He saw it all. And He about to bless you tenfold. A lot of the things that you've already stepped into, these were blessings, like I said, that were delayed. But God got a whole nother level that He's about to take you to. And see, when He takes you to this level, He wants you to be quiet about it. And it's a reason for that. Don't rub it up in nobody's face. You understand me? Let it be enough that you know that you're winning. Let it be enough that you know that you've overcame it. Do you understand me? Keep moving how you've been moving. Keep Him first. And all else will fall in place. He will keep His promises to you. He has on some already. But see, He got a secret surprise for you. But when it comes in and it manifests in your life, please be quiet about it. But just understand that a lot of people who went up against you about to see God's favor and protection of your life. And until next time, I want you to stay prayed up and be blessed. And understand that if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, and life example, you already know you got it in me. Continue to hold your head up high. Never let nobody see you sweat. And until next time, I love y'all. Stay blessed.